Who's gonna go test it
What do you mean testing?
to see if it's fucking live or not?
Well, what site do I go to or what?
Oh, we are live. All right.
It's on YouTube?
Yeah.
Yo, what's happening, YouTube? I'm a very. I don't think I see my arms moving, and you're not in the chair. Is that the latency?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool. So, this is about learning.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Shit. Do we don't need that there, do we? No.
What?
All right, keep going. We are learning.
Edumacation, or whatever you want to call it.
What he said.
Yeah.
We're gonna learn some education, a bunch of just everyday life.
What does life consist of for
Yeah,
us?
like our everyday lives, I guess.
Yeah, that's what it's about. Our everyday life. You know, we're hoping to add value in our life. By adding value in our life, may you, have value created in yours because of it. Basically, because we gonna be living. That's what we do. Yeah.
So let's just, I guess, break down what we exactly do, huh?
Okay.
Or at least now.
Yeah.
Yeah. So right now I currently am in the dog business. I breed Corsos. I breed Italian Masters. Let's rephrase that. I have a few dogs. I start training. I do training at South Bend Malinois, and I just breed dogs right now. Pretty much my life consists of a lot of dog stuff. So if you catch me, if you catch me on the live when we start doing more other stuff, yeah, pretty sure we'll show the dogs on a couple lives. Our vlog, the blog. We'll video record,
Yeah, that's where it's at.
But that's what I do right now.
Okay, well, I'm a professional napper. You might find me asleep somewhere. And it's probably because I was reading a book, There's a lot of brain power that's being used up there when you don't do nothing. So just like sleep, rest, But yeah,
professional napper.
Yeah, I'll be tapping in, I'll be going to their meetings and stuff. So like when I nap, that's just the higher power, going up to the real world metaverse. And just income investments, that's always something that's good, and that comes from the knowledge, of course. And that's why I just say reading first before what it is I do, because it's something that really at the end of the day falls in your lap when you're doing everything right. So the knowledge does come into the reason why I'm able to tap into that, and that's why I'll just be like learning. And that's that's pretty much what I do.
Yeah, he's on the learning horse. That shit's crazy.
Yeah. And this guy is just on the whole, just like psychological part when you're dealing with all these dogs, and that's really all this, life comes down to, and it's all trading, and it's all psychology that builds a trade. So being able to be around a program like he has is definitely something that's a huge plus, because that's a type of vibe that you just need to have around you. Like real talk, not just like the vibe that's out there in general, like the very specific vibe that Bridgetown brings to it. And that is definitely something that is to be spoken of when you speak of accomplishments. And that's why I'll be vibing with that. Yeah, because that's what's up. That's where it's at.
Yeah, we just I mean, I come here to the office. It's not far, and man, he be like telling me all this stuff. I'd be like, man, that's what I'm learning. And then these last few weeks, I don't really read. I ain't gonna say I read. That's not my thing. But I'll audiobook while I'm driving to bike work or something, just to listen, to vibe out, see what kind of plays you can make to better the situation you're in. If you don't like the situation you're in, you got to make those type of changes. Listening to music and all that advise me out is cool, but learning the knowledge is a lot better. It opens up your mind. It's kind of crazy. It's kind of trippy. Like, it's a whole different vibe from like listening to. So what I do now is that long drive. I do that. I listen to the audiobooks, and when I'm working my dogs at home, I listen to music. I'm not gonna be bumping audiobooks on my speakers outside while I'm trying to clean kennels.
Yeah. It's a little
different mentality, different mindset. So yeah, but that's what I've been doing. Like, I always, if you follow me on Instagram, I'm open about like a lot of that stuff. Like, it's a vibe. I set off a vibe for breeders and upcoming breeders like myself. Like, I'm not even gonna say I'm a like full breeder like that. I'm upcoming because I'm still building my program to where I want it to really be. It's just the dedication, putting it into the dog, and vibing with the dog, and vibing, like being able to vibe with people that vibe with dogs is crazy. Like the energy that you get to put off, like when you find a good circle, a true circle of true people that have true meaning to what you're trying to accomplish, and they're trying to accomplish the same thing, or they've accomplished that, and it's building one another. Like I don't know how to explain it. That shit's cool. Just to be able to be like, he's got a dog. So that's like the cool part about me in the dog world. Like, that's what I do, and I change my tactics to learn off of this guy when he be shooting me books, and I'm like, I look for an audiobook, find them, and bump them on my drive for the vibe. Clear-headed.
Yeah, I like being around the dogs. I don't own a dog. I'm a dog. I mean, I play with a lot of dogs. There's a lot of dogs that just like need attention, with the kennel, and just giving them that extra attention. And then it's a benefit for me because I really don't have just like all that extra responsibility with being an owner. Like,
he's a babysitter. He be doing their environmentals.
Yeah, that's cool.
He likes that.
Yeah, I just get to be around like the puppies and like be happy and like, oh puppies, like puppies, and it's cool because they're fucking puppies. Like, it's super awesome. Like, that's where it gives me the energy. Like, when I wake up, to just be able to be like shining and be the fucking just be the light. That you just gotta be just like shining and shit. And yeah, so I definitely stay on top of everything that's going on in the world. And when I mean the world, I mean the world. I just be knowing shit just because, I'm plugged in with the best players in the game, just, on the highest level. And by being able to just be tapped in with them because they're dropping quarterly results, they're dropping quarterly goals, and being able to read the books that they've read, like the books that I like just sticking to for the most part, of course, are going to be the fundamental books. I don't really do too much like fantasy. I do sci-fi. Sci-fi is super important. I'm starting to get on that more just because I cleared up the fundamentals, and that's like really important just to get that voice in your brain. And I've never been like a big reader either, like on reading books. Like, I've always read books. I don't have like any like formal education, and I just understand the simple fact that there's standards in life, and you just have to like uphold those standards in order to go to the next level. So just that being said, one of the reasons that I like reading is because like it's an act that you really don't get from an audiobook. You got reading where you're gonna hear your voice saying that text in your head, and so it's really just like an activity that's really like all about you, and you're able to put it in your head and have your thoughts, and that's why it's so tiring. Like, yeah, like That's why it's so tiring. But you start going faster. You start going faster. You start going faster. Boom, you take a nap, and like I allow myself to take those naps. I gain the luxury to be able to take those naps, and I definitely feel that's something that's gonna help me get to the next level, because there's a lot of like grind people, or the hustle people, like they need to read, and most of them don't have that like real expert opinion coming in completely, because they'll just get like a little article, or they'll just see a quote, or they'll see like the fucking picture of the book, and then like a caption at the bottom, and they'll say they know something about the book, but like from going to cover to cover, completely different things. Audios are a plus. I do listen to audiobooks. A large part of my library has been went through audiobooks. Keep in mind, like I nap when I read, bro. So like, I'd be like, oh, I read all this. Like, yeah, I'll be having energy though. So that's a good part. Yeah. But yeah, that expert education, like from front to back, is
For sure. But
Yeah.
so like what I get from the audiobook, then I come here and he gives me like the in-depth. I get the in-depth from him, so we be I'd be watching like some of that stock stuff or whatever he reads.
It's what's happening in the world that's important. Like, that's why the money's moving. Yeah. It's like, yo, this shit's gonna fucking happen, and it's really important, and we need to be ready for this. Because stock market is all about securities. And once you understand, that's why I love what this guy does with the dogs. Because it's about security. It's securities. The Securities Exchange Commission, the SEC, those are the people who regulate it. So because those are the regulators, those are the people who run it. And the Securities Exchange Commission and the securities, which is everything that's going on, it's that, and then the moves that you take in your decision making is called execution. Because every time you hit something and you actually do a purchase, it's execution. So that's fucking amazing. That's what I love about it. All the new shit that's happening before everybody else does, and that's why you're able to make money off it. So if you're able to know everything, or like I've been knowing all this shit, I'm just really finally able to monetize it, and that's because bring up some old ass shit, but I did policy debate in high school. I'm a grown ass man. I don't like bringing up high school stories, but yeah.
It's all good.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's I think that's good for a test now. Or you want to run an hour?
Yeah, no. This is just a little test run, just making sure everything runs, so kind of just introducing ourselves to
the world.
To the world. What we do on the daily, just to make everything happen, to even be able to have the luxury to come down, sit here, and speak to you, and just document part of our life, really, because we're just gonna be focusing ourselves at the end of the day. We appreciate everybody that's gonna be tapping in with us, and we're just gonna be focused on making our lives better. That way we could bring you more value, because we're working on new shit. We ain't trying to reinvent no wheels. This is why it's about us, baby. Because if Will's right here trying to do fucking make McDonald's French fries, like that doesn't we don't need no new McDonald's French fries are a certain way. We're over here trying to do a whole different thing. So it's definitely going to be focused on us, and that's what we feel is important, just to be human.
100.
Yeah. A little 14-minute test run.
That was good.